Nigeria has an infrastructure gap of over $3 trillion. That translates to one-third of the country's national budget for 2018, which stands at $9.12 trillion. This infrastructure overhang comes as a consequence of many years of neglect, a lack of maintenance, and mostly little or no structured investment. Today, all these gaps are showing in the form of collapsed road networks across the country, grossly underdeveloped systems of transportation, education, health, and communication, just to mention but a few. When put side by side with the demand of our population, which the National Population Commission recently put at over 198 million, the reality of how far behind Nigeria's infrastructure has fallen in comparison to those of other major African countries begins to register in a disturbing way. The outlook on infrastructure gap is even bleaker in a place like Lagos State, which used to be a federal capital territory, enjoying all the advantages and privileges of national and global patronage. Nigeria's administrative capital has since been moved to Abuja, but even at that, Lagos remains the commercial capital of the country. At the moment, Lagos plays host to most of Nigeria's major waterways and seaports, not forgetting the busiest international airport in Africa, Murtala Mohammed Airport. However, in spite of all of these, there is presently a screaming evidence of neglect of these facilities. The monumental neglect of the Apapa-Oshodi Expressway, which happens to be the only arterial highway into the hub of Nigeria's maritime industry, is a story which continues to underline the gravity of the challenge of lack of infrastructure maintenance in Lagos State. Same thing goes for the Lagos Airport Road. Despite the expressed best efforts of the authorities, there is a noticeable degeneration of infrastructure all over Lagos State, ranging from crumbling school buildings and completely unwholesome teaching and learning environments to blocked drainage everywhere. The problem of uncontrolled filth in Lagos constitutes a clear and present danger to the health of our population. Insufficient housing for most of a population in the region of 25 million also seems to be getting worse.